my goodness. This has just been crazy. Alright. So. I'm trying to tell the old stream. Oh, it says you can still hear me. All right, well, I've created another live stream. This is the third one, so I don't know. I guess this is bound to have happened. If you are still hearing me in this live stream, let's see. It doesn't show me how many people are actually streaming. I'm kind of bummed. Like this is rather ridiculous. All right, so it says 4 people were still watching that live stream. I'm going to exit out of it. So, okay. Hopefully, we don't have to go through that again or this again. Alright. So, Torgy says he has the first thumb. I don't know. Shoot. It is testing not only your loyalty, but my loyalty as well. Man, I apologize. I know this is... Well, this is back to the original phone. This is my Samsung S9, and I don't have it on Wi-Fi again. Manny, I'm gonna talk to you again because this is a different live stream, but we're still not friends. All right, I know. Craig, Torgy, John. Super Johnny, thank you guys. Robert, this is 4G I'm using, but I honestly I think it was it might have been my phone. It seemed like the phone overheated. Now on my work phone, I was using Wi-Fi. I don't use the data on that thing. It was Wi-Fi. So, oh yeah, sorry. I kind of had. There you go. Hopefully that's better. Sorry, T Chrome. Thank you very much. You know what, Johnny? You are definitely one of the OGs. I know, man. I just feel bad, Craig. All right, perfect. No, I'm not, Kenny. Not at all. Because what would be best if I had a higher number of likes on one video, not 30 or 15 to 20 likes on 3 different videos. I'd rather have 70 likes on one video. Not at all. I wish. No, it seems to be. I don't know whether it's my phone or if it's YouTube, but I've never experienced issues like this. You guys have seen the DeVille. Yes, there is some stuffed zucchini left. All right, Torgy, that's what's up. He says he's up to 70 followers. If you haven't already went or gone to Torgy's Traveling Barbecue, please do me a solid. Go out to Torgy's Torgy's YouTube channel and help him get to 100 followers. I'm on my own mission. Last I checked, I was at 4,700 followers. I'm trying to get to 5,000 before the end of the week. Like, I just... 5,000 before the end of the week. I hit 4,000 followers on July 4th. Today is July 18th. So, in 14 days, I've gotten another 1,000 followers. Man. Come on, John. I still have a whole another half and some change. DC Cooks, I do sell still drum smokers. I just haven't done any. Yeah, Kirk, I'll deliver to you at the tailgate to stadium. I actually I had somebody contact me or somebody. There's a fire station right near the Ravens Stadium, and I went there because I can't remember who it was. It was somebody who was there invited me to like a game pre-party or what have you, and I went and yeah. But Kirk, yeah, I'll deliver to the stadium just as long as I don't have to go in and pay for parking. Chef Umer, is it Umer? Hopefully I'm saying that right. He says he needs some devices for barbecue. He's from Saudi Arabia. Um, Thermometers are a good one if you have or need some fans to help with your. Oh no! Come on, Google. I mean, AT&T Stadium is that AT&T Stadium? I don't know. AT&T Stadium is in freaking no, that's Dallas Stadium. No, sir. Crap. All right, I really do apologize. I know it's not me. What meat you cook in Saudi Arabia? Probably no pork. They probably cook beef. They might cook chicken. Camel. Have you ever smoked camel? I want to try camel. I've heard it's a very lean meat. Goat. That's a good one. I've never actually smoked goat. They do sell whole goats in the or at the restaurant depot, so that's pretty cool. Thank you, Craig. Instant probes, yep. If you haven't already, get some of the alpaca. I don't know if they eat alpaca. I've never heard of anyone eating alpaca. But like ostriches, I think they eat, well, that's probably more in Australia. You guys are funny in the comments. All right, so I guess we're pretty much off the rails at this point. Open to the open discussion. Troy Cooks did a video about alpaca, cooking alpaca. Huh. All right, Bobby says opinion on pellet smoker versus traditional. So a pellet smoker is going to, and I've I still have some clear. All right, a traditional smoker is going to give you the best smoke flavor, but you are going to have to work for it. I know I am slacking. With the propane or pellet, with the pellet smoker, it's like cooking in an oven that has some smoke flavor. It does not or will not give you the amount of smoke that you would get in a traditional smoker, but the set it and forget it ofness is what is the draw to using a pellet smoker. Alright, so William, look for that. 4-probe remote. There is a new 4-probe remote out there. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like alright, thanks Andrew, that's what's up. I guess Andrew didn't make it to the new chat. Shoot. So favorite woods, I talk about the wood that you have locally to you. The wood that you have locally to you is going to be my favorite. The wood I use most is oak because that's what's most prevalent in my area. I don't actually buy like specific bags of apple, cherry, mesquite, or things like that. I have an arborist. An arborist is the guy who cuts down trees. So I have an arborist, and whatever wood he brings me is what I use. There we go. Thank you, Lewis. Lou says a Maverick XR50. That's the one with 4 probes. It's new, and it looks pretty nice. RJ420 says any tips on smoking with cherry wood? Just don't over smoke it. Whatever food you're cooking, the cherry's gonna be it's gonna be sweet. It shouldn't burn up, hot or fast. Just cook with it normally. I want to order one. I haven't yet. So Super Johnny says he wants to try the XR50, and he asks if it's worth it. So if you figure like this, the Maverick 70 or 733 is the long range thermometer with two probes. That one is like $50-$60 on Amazon currently. You get that XR50, it has 4 probes and it's $80. Yes, it's worth it. Such a temper, almost walk away and forget about it until it's fully done with the pellet smoker. It is Torgy. It is exactly like an oven that smokes. Oh, that is a very good question. So DeVille says, if you had to eat barbecue from only one pro pitmaster other than myself, who would I choose? I'm gonna have to think about that. So John Greneau says, Dash, how long do you allow your wood to dry or season before burning? I tell you what, usually what ends up happening is I take the last of whatever wood that I have, and when my arborist drops the wood, then I start using it. He seasons it or lets it sit there on his property before he brings it to mine. There have been or are times when I use wood and it's still a little green, and I can tell the difference from when I start using the cord to when I end up using the cord, how it has seasoned. That's why I get it stacked pretty quickly to help season the wood. Let's see. Oh man, I'm back to DeVille's question. If I had to eat barbecue from only one pro pitmaster other than myself, who would I choose? Gosh, there's so many good people, and the problem is there's so many good people out there, and I don't know everybody. So, I mean, the safe answer would be something like Aaron Franklin, right? But then again, you know who I would really want to try, and now I'm gonna kind of cop out. I'm gonna like name 4 or 5 different people because I would like to see if their food backs up their hype. So Myra Mixon, Tuffy Stone. Let's throw Diva Q in there, even though she stopped following me on Instagram. She was following me, then she unfollowed me. Eric Thomas, and then Aaron Franklin. All right, so I also would like Adam Perry Lang. I think that's his name, or Adam Perry. No, it's Adam Perry Lang. I want to try his food because I've seen, I've been following him for a while. Oh my gosh, man! I'm seeing as I start talking about folks, I'm thinking other people's names. Harry So, I think he might still be actually cooking. There's so many people, different people's food I would like to try who do competitions and such. So there's a lady who follows my channel. Her name is Sylvie Curry. She is, I can't remember the name of her competition team, but it's something like I think it's Lady Q maybe. But I would like to try her food just because she does competitions, and why not? You know who else I would like to try? Malcolm from howtobarbecueright.com. I would love to try that. So Swig and Smoke, he says I should live stream in the garage. Yes, it's too hot. So Lou Calamata says they sold out of their last shipment. Not bad price. Yep. Big Mo Kason, if I didn't say his name, I would definitely, want to try some of his food too. I don't know about that, Mr. Calamatis. We'll see. Really? Alright, well, Super Johnny says Aaron Franklin's is worth it. Mo Kason, we got another vote for him. Lou Calamata says he went to Franklin and it was the best barbecue he ever had. All right, so I don't actually like mesquite. It's overpowering. It's too much for me. So I don't use it. But then again, it is also not prevalent in my area. Mix red and white oak for a mild flavor with a bit of bite. All right, William. Thank you very much. Malcolm Reed. Yep. Malcolm Reed. I'm about to try smoking some pecan torgy. Got some for free. So Swig and Smoke says, would you want to meet all of the YouTubers and go try barbecue at a random places, or just chill at someone's backyard? I mean, honestly enough, there's plenty of room in my house, so I'm inviting you, but not inviting you because I really don't want to have to clean up the house because I have 3 kids. But at the same time, I would love to have like some sort of meet and greet somewhere. I just don't think I'm big enough yet. Yeah. William, you must be new here. William Banneker, Banquitter. He says, how about my favorite rubber ingredients? Salt and pepper. Yeah, I don't usually. So Robert Spangle, I would love to try Jess Pryle's food just because she's kind of starting to blow up. But there's a lot of this is the problem with barbecue. It's like a team sport, and you say, who's your favorite, running back? If you had one running back to, sit down and eat with or something like that, and it's like, I can't just pick one. Obviously, I'm going to pick the running back from my team or running backs from my team because the Eagles are like 5 deep in the running back position. But you want to invite everybody, right? I would love to taste almost everybody's food. If I could taste everybody's food and then honestly be the judge, because I think barbecue is so subjective that I would just like to try a lot of different people's food. All right. All right, Lou, I can get that. Aaron, how are you doing this evening, sir? Shoot, I wish. Give me a truckload of hit me for $40. She says it's seasoned. How can you tell? Eric, you can tell if it's seasoned by the way it burns. Other than that, if it's light, usually fresh wood is heavy compared to wood that has dried a little while. All right, so Torgy, how was it? Yep, that's exactly it. William, you said you brine. What are you brining exactly? So T Crunk, he says my videos are just as good as, or just as good and better as others. Have I put thought into why I don't have any sponsors? I don't have any sponsors because I'm not big enough yet. That's point blank. I had Porter and York, and they weren't a sponsor. They sent me a few pieces of meat, and then I had someone purchase meat on my behalf, and I got meat, and I was able to still cook different things because I don't know, they like my personality, but because I'm honest, if I have a bad cook like that cook, the video I put up yesterday, I did not like that video. The video I have going up tomorrow, I'll let you in on the secret. I fried some fish on my wife's grill, and it wasn't the video, it was the outcome of me frying the fish. The side burner on my new grill, on her new grill, is just not as powerful as the burner was on the old grill. All right, chicken and pork. I mean, you gotta experiment. I can't tell you. There's a lot of resources out there that will take exactly what people season their food. Yeah, what people season their food with. So Kenny, you could absolutely be correct. There are some people who will take advantage of the fact that you're trying to cook with it versus just burn it up for a fire. Now, one of the other things too, when you tell someone that you're using it for firewood, they might give you crappier pieces of wood. So that's something to take into consideration as well. So Kirk says we could rent a spot, everyone trailer their pits and throw down for a weekend. Sounds like a hell of a good time. You're absolutely right. If you build it, Kirk, I will come. Usually red oak and hickory here in Virginia. He prefers the hickory. What's prevalent there? Yeah, where I am, it is oak. So white oak, red oak, um, mulberry, locust. If you look, I have a video talking about one of the FAQ videos talking about what type of wood I use. Um, huh. Where are my sponsors? Exactly. Where are they? Well, I was disappointed in that chicken. I just wanted more from that cook. That cook just didn't go well. If I smoke fruit and mix with meat juice and some flavors and make sauce for hot dish, I so are you making like a barbecue sauce or just like some sort of salsa or like a chimichurri type of thing? Yep. I don't know. I try to be entertaining, but there's certain things I'm funny about and other things I'm just not funny. Huh. Yeah. Yep, Lou, you're absolutely right. He says you can make a hundred racks of ribs 100 different ways, and that's why he loves barbecue. There's no right way. It is what you like, and that's exactly it. All right, so DC Cook says he uses a lot of apple. He cooks a lot of pork, and he likes the light taste. But oak for beef, he can take a little. That can take a little more smoke. Michael Palmer coming out of Woolwork. He says he's down for a barbecue throwdown. How's that mulberry? He got some, but haven't tried it yet. The mulberry has, you can definitely smell the difference when mulberry is burning versus when oak is burning. When I throw a piece or two of mulberry in, I try to make sure and throw a piece or two of oak in or something else. Um, it's not that it's overpowering. I just like it burns a little differently, and because it burns a little differently, it it can be a little city. Okay. So Craig from Bastard Strops says his area in Spotsylvania he gets oak and hickory as most common. All right, so Kirk says, "Where's everyone at?" That'd be a game we could get a campground somewhere. You can go to Fort Wiley. Fort Wiley is over there, just outside of Ocean City. I've been there a couple times. All right, Lou. Thank you very much, man. Thank you so very much again for hanging out in all three chats. I do again apologize. So Eric says he is in Kentucky. Locust. Uh, Locust. You know what? So maybe that's what it is. I have used Locust and I didn't like it. I didn't. It just. It was. The smell was a little off-putting and it was very sooty. It didn't burn as clean. So that's probably why. I didn't like it. Locust. I got some Locust for free and man was I glad when I finished using it. Lots of tannin in that stuff. The tannin is I guess what's more off-putting. I have due to the fact that I have apple trees in my yard, and I use apple when I would have a broken limb or something like that. Um, Apples is again another sweet fruit tree, and you can taste a little bit of difference. Yep. The Bills in Houston. We got Austin, Dallas, Dayton, Shad Landon here. More fun, rainbows for fishing, Olympics, house pools. When there's a kid, use locusts for fence posts and for heat in the winter, but not for cooking. Texas, South Carolina. Problem is, my smokers are pretty big. We got more Texas. I don't know, man. Eventually, I'm sure I would love to be able to do some sort of tour and hang out with you guys, but obviously, I can't do that right now. I do still work a full-time job, and the barbecue is on the side back burner. I've never used pecan. We got New York and upstate New York too. Darian, man. I don't know. Like, I would say somewhere on the East Coast, just for convenience, from sake. Um, but I don't know where we could have a cook-off or something like that. But hey, there are 18 of you guys on the stream. If you haven't, can you please leave a thumbs up? We've lost the first and the second stream this evening. This stream seems to be holding on, which is cool, and I really appreciate you guys hanging in there. If you haven't or don't know, I'm going to be giving away a steel drum smoker that I'm going to be starting to build on soon. So it'll look like this. The way you can get it is to go out to BRBQUE.com and you can purchase a sticker. The sticker by itself is $5. You can get one chance to enter the raffle for $20, or you can get 3 chances to enter a raffle for $50, and I'll send you out a sticker in the interim. I am also selling t-shirts on the website, again, BRBQUE.com. $20 small through extra large, $22.50 for a 2XL, and $25 for a 3X to 5X. If you pre-order the shirts before I get them printed, I will ship them to you for free. I figure that's the least I can do. So that little bit of housekeeping while I catch up on your comments. People say to avoid chicken with pecan, but they find the way it browns the skin. The way it browns the skin to be pleasant. William, I've never cooked with pecan. I'm trying it. Yep. Pecans. Where you get pecans from? I say pecan. Pecan. Alright, I would definitely pull on my smoker and hang out. That's what's up. Thank you very much. Barbecues, no colors, no borders, bring good people together. And for a few hours, you can forget all about our problems. Usually, we can drink them away, right? Cheers. Mm-hmm. That's what's up. Man. Alright. Agreed. DeVille agrees. I agree with you too, man. Man. That's awesome. If only we could barbecue, have like a... I don't know. Do some sort of tour. Oh, all right. So let's talk about Vanna. Anybody want to talk about Vanna? Anybody? I would make videos out of it, Kirk. I'm an opportunistic videographer. And I would definitely make videos. Like, it would be a multi-part, multi-week. It'd be stretched out. I gotta think ad revenue. Alright, so yes, Vanna White. Vanna White is my 2006 E350 6-liter diesel cargo van. No, it's Vanna White. Alright? One of you guys actually came up with that name, Vanna, and it has stuck. So, Vanna, if you don't know, Vanna has a high pressure oil leak, an internal. No, Eric, I have not named the new smoker yet. I haven't. I tell you what though, I came close last week after our live stream last week, and you guys got me thinking about my grandfathers. I got close to calling it my maternal grandfather's name. I was close. I'm close. Like, it's been, Super Johnny says burn the debt. Burn the debt. Alright. So, Vanna has a high pressure oil leak, and what happens is it takes a while for it to crank. Maria. I don't know. See, I like to not name... I don't know. I feel like the smokers have personality, and I haven't gotten that new smoker's personality just yet. So what's going on with Vanna is there's a high pressure oil leak in the there's an oil leak in the high pressure oiling system. The high pressure oiling system is what fires the injectors. because there's a leak, it's having a hard time firing up. So it'll fire. No, swigging smoke. Sorry. Uh, I wish. So the way that the diesel, the Ford Power Stroke 6-liter works, is the injectors are fired by hydraulic pressure, hydraulic oil pressure. Because there's a leak in that high pressure oil system, it's taking a long time to build pressure, and once it builds pressure, then it'll fire. But once the van gets warm, I cannot get it to fire back up because the oil is too thin and it can't build up enough pressure. That's the first problem. The second problem I've actually developed as of late is there seems to be a problem with the brake booster. That's not really a problem. I looked into a part for it today. The cheaper part, yeah, I started the third live stream. Sorry. The cheaper part from like Advance was like $100, and the more expensive part was like $150. I'm thinking I need to take it to a diesel mechanic. The problem is, it seems to be in the top of the engine, where under the valve cover. Because it's a Econoline van, in order to get to the problem, you have to drop the engine. And when I say drop the engine, you have to take the motor mounts out of the driver's side to allow the engine to rock enough down into the driver's side to get to the passenger side valve cover. And vice versa. Drop the passenger side motor mount to get to the driver's side valve cover. And that's just a little bit above my mechanical ability. I've seen people do it, but the people who I've seen, sorry, I'm cracking my knuckles. The people who I've seen do it are diesel mechanics, and I'm thinking I need to take it to someone to get it fixed. I know it's going to cost me between, $1,000 up to probably $2,000 to get it fixed. Man, yeah, you are a diesel mechanic. You did tell me that. It probably would cost me less to fly you here and get the work done than it would for me to take it somewhere and get it fixed. Too bad he's in Brazil. Dang. So that's my dilemma. The brake booster I can fix. I can figure that out. That's not an issue. But working on the, under the valve cover of the Ford 6-liter diesel, not something I don't want to mess up. And the whole problem, and this is where my dilemma is. The van works. I can get it started once it's cold. That's what's up. The van works. I can get in it, I can start it, and I can go. As soon as I go, and if I get it started, I just don't turn the van off. And the problem is, I don't want to make the problem worse. All right, so the problem. Really? Kenny says the injector fix, his had a similar problem. He get worse in the summer. And it has gotten worse in the summer because now that it's hot, I actually have had the van shut off on me when I put additional strain. Like if I use the air conditioner, no, I learned my lesson the hard way. Don't turn the air on. It takes additional, revs out of the engine and it'll turn off. All right, man. Hey, you definitely be easy, Robert. I will send you the, that thing you asked for sure. But that's the whole problem. It has gotten worse because of the fact that it's warmer. The van has a higher likelihood of turning off, and I found that it shut off for me the first time when I was sitting at an on-ramp and I had the steering wheel crank trying to turn, and it just kind of like sputtered and died. And of course, when it sputtered and died, I couldn't get the van started back up because it won't start unless it's cool. What I did see though was I found someone that was a diesel mechanic, and he said he used starting fluid to get it started. So last night, just do it. We had a little spray hose right on the top of the injector. Wow. Huh. Sure enough, definitely. Well, Felipe, is it Philippe or Felipe? Thicker, heavy oil. So the problem though is when oil gets warm, it's going to get more viscous, and the more viscous it is, that's what makes it difficult to start. I can't really use anything heavier or thicker than a 40 weight oil, which is probably already what's in it. So no. Um, yeah, I've thought of that. Trust me. But the whole problem again is now that it's warmer. Oh, I guess carry a couple 2 liters of water and try to pour it. Where did you pour it exactly, Kenny? Kenny says injector fix is my problem. Pour cool water in the injector pump for 2 years until it finally replaced it. All right, I don't know. Lipe. All right. I actually would love to make fuel. Fuel. Yes, swig and smoke. I have talked about ants being in my wood. Never any like termites or anything like that. But that's the problem I'm having with Vanna. So Vanna has become a little more unreliable as it's gotten warmer. I would like to get Vanna fixed so that I can use Vanna for the purpose intended, which is actually why I bought the van. I actually have a funny story about ants do burn. Thank you very much, William, for quoting me. Kind of weird to have myself quoted in one of my live streams, but I'm cool with it. So Torgi, funny story about lighter fluid, or excuse me, starter fluid. I had a guy a while ago was trying to make some extra money, make some ends meet, and I'm pretty competent as a mechanic. So I posted a flyer in the supermarket near here, the Giant, talking about like oil changes for motorcycles or something like that. This is like when I was still riding. And this guy hit me up and he's like, hey, I have this motorcycle, I can't get it started, blah, 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 blah. So I said, all right, bring it over to my house. And he, we towed it to my house. He didn't live far away. He towed it to my house with a strap and he was riding it. Back to my house, I get the bike in the garage and I try to get it started. And I was using lighter fluid, or excuse me, starter fluid. I kind of burnt his bike up. I didn't burn it to the ground, but it was a fire. And I had to call him and tell him, like, dude, I'm so sorry. Your bike burned up. And, yeah, I apologize profusely, and he kind of, I never saw him again. So I was kind of happy about that, but I was so sorry. Like, oh, man. Little holes in the side. Alright. Kirk, definitely answer. Extra flavor. So, I have had apple pie shine. I rather clear, though. Nope. I didn't. It was my first and only motorcycle. After that, I took down the flyers and stuff. I was questioning myself as a mechanic. I really was. Like, I know stuff happens. Shoot, I actually have some, not cider. I have a cherry cider and a peach cider in the refrigerator from when we went fruit picking not too long ago. I'm a competent mechanic, man. It was a fluke. I guess I just used too much starter fluid. I'm telling you, my friends come to me for help when they work on different things. Like, I'm a very competent mechanic. I just think it was bad luck that particular day. Like, I think what ended up happening was just a little bit too much starter fluid, and it backfired and then caught the rest of the lighter fluid on fire. Yeah, that's exactly it. But so the point I was trying to make was I had a problem with my Passat. My Passat needed a new fuel pump. The fuel, I mean, this couple, last couple of days has been kind of crazy for me. So on Thursday last week, I tried to start my car, the Passat, and it didn't start. So I'm like, all right, Friday morning I get up, I'm trying to go to work, and I can't get it started. It just won't start. I'm listening for the All right, Eric, have a good one. If that's your real name, Eric Moreno. I can't get it started, and I'm like, all right. I'm listening for the fuel pump sound. I don't have any fuel pump sound, so I ended up sending it to the to my buddy's dealership. They're like, all right, yep, it's your fuel pump. We'll replace the fuel pump because it's a diesel, and Dieselgate. It was starter fluid. It was starter fluid. Definitely starter fluid. That was before I was even into clear. But the whole thing is, the car went to the shop, to the dealership, got the fuel pump replaced. Ended up having to get a new battery because they killed my battery. Got the battery, and then they told me, hey, screwdriver on a timing belt cost me 16 valves. Sounds so cool. They cost me. Woo. Wow. Anyway, I got the car, my car got fixed, and I had to drive my van. I drove Vanna to the dealership so that I could pick up my car and then pick up the kids. Because I didn't want to, the van to break down when I had the kids with me. I'd rather if it broke down by myself, I'm cool with it. But I carried some starter fluid in the van because I saw someone start the van with injector problems with the oil, high pressure oil leak with starter fluid. So when I got to the dealership, the van was sitting there for like 4 or 5 hours. It should have cooled, but because it's so warm, it didn't cool off completely. I ended up having to start the van with starter fluid. That was the first time I started the van with starter fluid, and it was a little scary. It was. You could definitely it definitely sounded like it was running away, and then the injectors kicked in and then leveled everything out. But it was a little freaky. I said all of that to say. Yeah. All right. So we are coming in on almost 11 o'clock. Yes, John, I am aware and I'm cautious. Definitely. I did not spray more. I think it was like 3 or 4. Really? I guess that would actually work. Kenny says try WD-40. It works better and is safer. Alright, well. Yeah, Lipe, it is daylight savings time here, so that's why it's only 11. But, yeah. Yes, indeed. Swig and Smoke, thank you so very much for hanging out. Deuces. Goodness. Hey. I'm trying to go back and look. Alright. Hopefully I answered all you guys' questions. WD-40 works. Wow, that's crazy. Raul, thank you, sir. Have a good one. I'll keep that in mind. When am I coming to Iowa? If I can get Vanna running, I would love to do some sort of like country tour or something like that. John, thank you so very much again. Kenny says starter fluid works, but you always shoot it across the air intake, not on it. So what I did was I took there's a coupler for the air filter. I took the coupler off and shot it directly into the intake tube. Alright, thank you very much, Lipe. Have a good evening, sir. Propane for the win. Definitely. It's Torgy. Not Torgay, sorry. Torgy. Torgy's in Iowa. He's a little far away. Dash Bash Cook-Off. You're funny. Oh, man. Yo, what you got cooking? Can I help? Definitely. I'm the type of person to roll up on somebody too and be like, "Yo, what you cooking?" It's all right, Kirk. I understand. Definitely. But I gotta take one step at a time, and basically I need to make sure I can get the van running reliably first before I can really take it on any far trips. I've been pressing my luck running that van because I know that it has an issue. So I've been trying to limit the amount of time I've been running that van as of late. But at the same time, when I need the van, I need to use the van. So just trying to take it day by day and get it fixed, hopefully. Woo. RVA is Richmond. If I was coming to Richmond, I'd drive my car. I'd just put the trailer on my car and drive down there. Alright. I'll keep that in mind, though. I know you just got that new grill. I can sit out. You drink? Bring something with me. We can sit out and cook. Don't tempt me. Richmond's only like 4 hours away, maybe. Not even. Maybe 3 hours away. No, I do not want. I'm not a big fan of GoFundMe pages. I actually tried a GoFundMe page a while ago. I was trying to buy this trailer that had smokers on it, and it didn't work out well because I got like $200. And I begged and begged and begged and begged and begged, and I got absolutely no support whatsoever. Now, you guys who are watching these YouTube videos, you support me so much more than people who actually know me and have had my cooking, like, which is crazy. But I will probably never ever ask for a GoFundMe or set up a GoFundMe unless something like catastrophic happens. All right, DC Cooks, I will definitely keep that in mind. Alright, so Kenny says he's doing 2 pork butts Friday night for a party Saturday. One barbecue and the other is going to try Korean. What I would tell you to do is practice. I've never actually done a Korean style pulled pork, so I don't know. No, that was me. That is my that's the vehicle you see in the background of the videos. That is my Jetta. That Jetta, the name of it, I name almost all my stuff. That Jetta is the Mistress. That video was shot, I guess it was going on 3 years ago now. On my way down to Ocean City, Maryland for the big car show that I would go down there for. I took the grill down there as a gimmick to get people to kind of look at the car, look at me, and I was selling food out of the car, so it was all part of the gimmick. But it worked, and my buddy Andrew, who was the one who put together the intro, he had that video clip, and it will stay in the intro forever. Even if I make a new one, the video clip of the Weber Smoky Mountain being towed down the road, as well as the barbecue flag on the back of my car, will always stay in the intro. Tiger sauce. Coke. Pulled pork with a cherry glaze. Now that sounds pretty sweet. Brown sugar fish sauce. See, I told you guys before, I'm a pretty keep it simple, stupid type guy. Kiss is the way that I cook a lot of things. Basic flavors usually win out for me more than super duper complex stuff, just because I usually want to make whatever it is I'm cooking as easy as possible for me. Alright, DC Cook says he gets some red pepper flake from an Asian market and grind it fine. I guess make it a little spicy. Zesty. Alright, so guys, it is 11 o'clock. I have to get up in the morning. Hold on, time out. A middle taste tester. Yeah. What time is it? What time are you supposed to go to bed? Mm-mm. Good night. Goodness, I gotta keep, doing the biggest cook I've ever had. Ever done in September. 3 briskets, 4 pork butts, and 16 ribs, and 3 sides of coleslaw. Check the link at Big B. And cornbread. So. Torgy, are you going to have that new smoker finished by then? Because that would be my greatest suggestion, to have that new smoker finished, and then you could probably cook all of that stuff, all that food at one time. 16 ribs. Though the 16 racks of ribs would present a little bit of a challenge, just because they're going to take up a lot of room. Daddy, yes? What if we win? If you win, you're still going to bed. Raul says, it's still light outside. 10:02 in Iowa. I guess in Iowa, where you are, you don't observe daylight savings time? All right, Johnny, thank you very much as always. I'm not a fan of rib racks. I feel like they always distort the ribs. When you have the ribs, set up vertically as opposed to horizontally. Give me horizontally, or give me death. This is why I like you. We're on the same page. Again, I'm a regular, keep it simple. I have some rib rack. I have a rib rack somewhere. I bought it when I was first starting out using the steel drum, and I'm like, man, this is crazy. I can't get more than like a rack of ribs in here. Then I stood them up, and then I kind of figured out that I just had to position them. No, so that if you've ever seen a rib, like a rib roast rack or roast rack where you have your rib roast and it kind of just sits. You can put your ribs in there. Why is it Iowa? Why is it only 10 o'clock there? It's 11 o'clock here. I thought you would have been 2 hours away. And it would probably been 9. Unless maybe you're on the western cusp of the Central Time. I don't know. Yep, Kurt, I totally agree. So, when I was using the steel drum smokers, the most baby back ribs I could fit at one time was 6. I would just kind of scrunch them up. You know how you can stretch baby backs out, or you can kind of scrunch them up? I would scrunch them up, and I'd cook 6 racks at one time. Horizontally. Central Time, 10:02. Alright, I guess Torgy is in Central Time. He said it's only 10:02 there, or 10:05 now, I guess. Anyway, I have to get up in the morning, guys. I really do appreciate you guys hanging out. Yep. And DC Cook, it is definitely a tight fit. There is no extra room for anything. On a single grate, the most ribs I fit into Bessie was like 35 racks, I think. And that's obviously on both levels. North, east, okay. I wish, Raul, I could do it again tomorrow. Thursday night's just not a good night for me. The reason why I do this on a Wednesday night is because on Thursday mornings I can get to sleep in to about 6 a.m. where normally I'm up at about 4:15 a.m. I don't. Oh, spare ribs too. Tori, you might want to reconsider and do baby backs. Spares take up a lot of room. Spares take up like two times as much space as a baby back rib does. That's why I started cooking baby back ribs, because of the fact that I could fit 3 racks basically in a space where I could only fit one spare rib rack. Yep. Baby backs all the way. Kirk agrees with me. So does Captain Train. Yep, 35 racks, man. When I say it was a tight squeeze, it was a tight squeeze. I mean, I had racks on racks on racks, just like almost on top of it. It was no almost. It was, they were on top of each other. I squeezed everything in and had some laying, front to back, and others laying side to side. But I cooked 35 racks of ribs at one time. It's pretty awesome. Highlight. So, all right. Look, guys, like I said, it's after 11 o'clock for me. I really want to thank you again for hanging out. If you haven't already, please leave me a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. Oh man, so Kirk asked me how many people did it feed. I was actually working for a credit union. I have a friend that is the CEO of a credit union, and I used to do, they used to have they had a shred day. I will consider it, Kenny. They had a shred day, and the shred day, what they would do is they would feed the public, and they got me to cater the event for Feed the Public, and it was one time where I did 33 racks of ribs for them to feed out, to give ribs to the public. It ended up being like 20 some odd ribs. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second. Level 2. Alright. Lots of people. It was a couple hundred people that came through. Everyone got like a rib or two. Torgy, yes. I buy aluminum foil from Sam's. In that, what is it? It says, Bastion, what does that say right there? Oh, it says 500 feet. The heavy duty aluminum foil is 500 feet. It's like $20 a roll, but it lasts me a good 2 months maybe. Pretty much, I did. He was concerned about the welt on his leg from getting hit by the baseball tonight during this game. So he's saying his leg pretty much froze and it hurts now from having ice on his leg too long. Am I lying? No. Yep. See, he's giving me grief. This guy says, DC says, rub some dirt on it, kid. You be alright.
Okay. Okay. You get hit by a fastball coming at like 85 miles per hour at you.
He doesn't realize.
You'll see what dirt will do.
He says, you get hit by a fastball and see what dirt will do. Anyway, alright, fellas. Shoot. He was in the batter's box. There's no catching it. It hit him right above his knee. Like, not strike zone because it was inside, but still, he got hit pretty good on his right leg. Hey, taste tester number 2. He can't hear me now. Yeah, he definitely was in some pain. He took it like a champ though. That's for daggone sure. He took it like a champ. He got hit and didn't miss a beat took his base, and man, he got left stranded on second, but still, nonetheless, it was. I'm proud of him. Definitely, I'm proud of him. All right, so I am going to press the X button. I am falling asleep here. I feel like I'm gonna be asleep soon. I'm getting ready to down this last little bit of ice water that has melted. Yes, indeed, Kirk. Have a good one. Thank you so very much again, as always, for hanging out. I appreciate you. I'm out.